Good night. Next news. Fox News legal experts give brutal reality check on Bolton raid. The Daily Beast. The FBI's search of Trump critic John Bolton's home didn't sit well with two legal experts on Fox News, one of whom called it a very sad development. The raid of the former Trump administration Nati Onal security advisors' Maryland residence and Washington, D.C. office was conducted early Friday morning as part of a search for classified records. A previous investigation into material used for Bolton's book The Room Where It Happened was closed in 2021 without charges being brought. Fox News Company. Below are your comments. No documents, gave it all back if they wanted it, they should have they're covered by attorney C. Liant privilege. Automatically declassified never got round to it their mine, not yours planted by FBI. Had that not been Trump's response and simply returned what wasn't his there. Just because Maxwell claims she didn't witness Trump misbehaving doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Her statement says nothing, and other people who may know differently may not want to come forward or a variety of reasons. And, if someone wanted to come forward, it's not like they could report it to the FBI. This is stuff typical for a dictatorship, not for a law-based democracy. If in a functioning democracy factual evidence would make such a move necessary, those in power would go out of their ways to show and explain that it is not what it looks like. We do not see this here. Donald Trump is working hard to turn the U.S. into an indecent state. Immigrants are being insulted, vilified, and threatened with deportation by the president himself. Government agencies actively engaged in providing much-needed aid to the poorest and most threatened people on earth are being dismantled as criminal organizations. Living in the truth is being made impossible by demanding that government employees accept lies. Trump was the press is being portrayed as an enemy of the people. America is an indecent state, but not yet a dictatorship. The press can still freely criticize. There are still independent judges. There is still an opposition party. Perhaps this too will come to an end. But until that happens, they are playing into Trump's hands by behaving as if it were already a fait accompli. We must protest against a government of sycophants that wants to tear down democratic institutions. Especially when politicians use their power to humiliate people. If we don't do this now, future generations will judge us harshly. It's not that it's a distraction, it's just that they are so ham-fisted about it. Done to keep the news channel legal talking heads from discussing how irrelevant the Maxwell transfer IPTS are. Done by Trump's hand-picked lawyers, and Maxwell was moved to a minimum security prison not long after. Not like she would lie to get a pardon. Release the actual files unredacted. It's only beginning. Revenge and retribution. People on Trump's enemies list will be harassed if not prosecuted. More to come, stay tuned. Taking over cities, raiding the house of your political enemies, and attempting to change the voting system. This is not the country I went to war for. Raise your hand if you think Trump is lying about not knowing about the raid before it happened. My hand's up. There is no way Trump wasn't in on the planning of this, while clapping his hands with glee with Avenue Maria playing in the background. My guess is any evidence to search was either hearsay or completely made up. This is what dictators do to their political enemies. It's time for Congress, especially the Magans, to pull their blinders off and see what is really happening. They need to set party politics aside and get rid of this tyranny against our Constitution and people. Before it's too late. In both instances of possessing documents, Trump and Biden cases were dropped. The president can possess confidential documents, but they must follow specific legal guidelines. Reg. regarding their classification and handling. The Presidential Records Act requires that such documents be managed properly and transferred to the National Archives at the end of their term. I read Bolton's book, The Room Where It Happened, a few years ago. There was any information in it that I didn't already know about events that happened. The book primarily focuses on Bolton's opinion that Trump is incompetent to be the president of the United States. So, of course, Trump doesn't like it. And Bolton is the most highly visible former member of Trump's first term, with his appearances on national TV criticizing Trump. Trump wants to stop Bolton, so I'm not surprised that Trump ordered the FBI and DOJ to go after him. What was practiced on Trump was investigation of crimes. The search warrants resulted in finding criminal acts. There is no evidence yet that Bolton has broken the law. How many times has someone said, "I hope this administration wouldn't cross that line"? Criminal organizations do not recognize boundaries or ethics. When are people going to see this mob for what they are? But Republicans repeatedly swore that it was fine to have classified documents in your house. Biden might have declassified these documents with his mind, according to Republicans. https://www.yahoo.com/news/Trump-baselessly-claimed-could-declassified-031447106.html. Not sad at all. It's what you voted for. The vengeance tour was clearly spelled out by Trump during the campaign. Weren't you listening? Nothing was practiced on Trump. He broke the law on numerous occasions. When he was given several opportunities to make it right, he balked, he lied, and he dug himself in deeper. In fact, the DOJ tiptoed around BC. They didn't want to seem like it was a partisan move. Which it wasn't. If Garland had investigated and prosecuted in the manner he should have instead of waiting for TGE House investigation to include, Trump would be in prison now instead of the WH. The difference is, when money Mar-a-Lago was raided, the FBI's suspicions were confirmed when they literally found dozens and dozens of boxes of classified docs in unlocked closets, bathrooms, poolside sheds, and in desk drawers in high-foot traffic areas. Trump wasn't harassed. Boxes and boxes of classified documents were found at Mar-a-Lago. Remember, the FBI's appearance at Trump's Florida home was pre-arranged, with several previous meetings on the issue, and the constant refusal by Trump to return the classified documents had stolen in violation of the Presidential Records Act. There was no raid involved. All was pre-arranged and appointments made. Here, in typical Trumpian cheating, Bolton's home and office were raided, with no prior knowledge, prior appointments, not even a phone call. Trump is continuing his revenge presidency against his perceived detractors and enemies. Political and social and criminal. Nothing will come of it, but it will financially costly to Bolton and everyone else Trump goes after. That's all it is meant to do, hurt them in the wallet. Lawyer fees will be huge. To my MAGA brothers and sisters and to my hardcore hardwired Republican colleagues, I'm going to insert John Bolton name here a few times and let's see if you can see parallels of another person. Remember to be near a mirror. I want you to see your own reflection in the mirror as you see. We haven't forgotten MAGA you may have. The reasons for raiding Bolton's house are threefold. Distraction from the Epstein saga. Attention is dwindling. Retribution and retaliation against Bolton, who is a fierce Trump critic. The FBI did the exact same thing to Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The only difference is Trump broke the Trump now believes having classified documents is a problem now. SMH Bolton wouldn't have had classified info or notes. All classified information, at some point, would have been provided, received, or otherwise presented to the president. According to President Trump, once classified documents entered his spaces, Oval Office, West Wing, etc., they were automatically declassified. This is why Trump claimed there were no classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. John Bolton is a well-liked figure among trad conservatives. He's been around since Reagan. Trad conservatives are not MAGA. This seems like a not very well thought-out move before the midterms. There is going to be blowback. I could know about it. I could be the one starting it. I'm actually the chief law enforcement officer, but I feel that it's better this way. Thinking face with that street. 8-Mint Trump just let you know he hired yes PPL not PPL best for government or America. Stop with the distractions. Just release the Epstein files. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.